Recording in progress. We are on today, and I am officially 2 minutes late. 3 minutes late because I'm going to get my decaf coffee and bring it just very, very quickly. Here I go. So, how are you all doing today? It doesn't matter when you're tapping into this call. That's why the replay is available, will always be available here on our platform, on our community platform. And you see, like right now, I could have stressed out about being 3 minutes late. But it's not worth it to be stressed out. I know the feeling. I know what stress feels like, obviously. Most of us do. But it's not worth it to stress out, for a mere few minutes. As long as we're still trying our best to show up in our business. I have a few topics I would love to talk about, discuss about, because at this moment right now, what we really, really need, what we need is to have discussions, to have conversations about what are some of the topics that we are struggling with as business folks out here in the world today. And it's not just that we are entrepreneurs, that we've decided to become entrepreneurs and life is going to be fabulous from day one, from the day that we made a decision. We still have life that's going on. We still have things that are happening in our lives that might not give us that feeling of upliftment or, oh yeah, today I am totally, absolutely, fantastically ready to be on point, to be present for my business, in my business. It's some days don't feel that way. A lot of days can feel like not that way. So one main topic that came to me today as I was thinking about what do I want to talk about, chat about today. And that's, I made notes, a little bit of notes. Is what do you do when you don't feel like doing anything? What do we do on those days that we feel bleh? Because to be honest, today is one of those days for me. Today I feel bleh, bleh. But as I sat in with what I'm feeling today, whatever is going on with me, whatever it is that I'm sensing as a sensitive entrepreneur, person, human, I realized I want to use it for inspiring whoever else it might inspire. Because I know I'm not the only one who goes through days like this, who goes through feelings like this. And I think it's important that we are reminded these days are okay. So for me, a big thing has been to, when I have days where I feel like this, that I am patient with myself as I would remind my own students and clients with through the energy work that I do. I would remind them to be patient with themselves, to give themselves grace, because most likely our body, mind, and spirit, our whole system, physical, energetic, and emotional system, is most likely going through something, is most likely, um, maybe put it in the term of like transmuting something or processing something. And in those times, it's important and it's wonderful and it's beautiful to give ourselves grace as we would recommend it to someone else who would be going through the same. And I will check my notes. um, and on those days, maybe it's just one day of feeling that way or this way. Maybe it's a few days and we have a business, right? We have a vision of a business that we want to share with the world. So, what I have learned for myself is to not lose track, like, don't lose hope. Keep the hope alive, keep your vision alive. If it takes a few days, for example, to give yourself small, gentle, soft challenges to bring you back up out of whatever it is, or to welcome you back into your business space after your body, mind, and spirit has moved through what it was trying to move through during that bleh time. And it feels good. It feels a lot better than feeling like, oh no, this is it. Because that's not what we want. That's not what we're here for, you know? So that's uh, an important topic to discuss, because it is a possibility that we may encounter such kind of days, such kind of emotions, such kind of feelings. Um, and we should stay realistic with it. Like, it's okay if it happens. We're going to get back on track. We're going to be gentle with ourselves and we are going to get back on track. And those gentle challenges will help us reintegrate again back into our business. What I will do now is take my sip of decaf coffee. But I'd love to hear how you all deal with those kind of days or feelings. Do you sometimes feel these kind of things, have these kind of phases? And what do you do during these phases or right after these phases? And how do you support yourself during these phases? And maybe it would be, if it's something that's a little bit tricky to answer, maybe it's helpful to put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to give them advice or feel what it is that would most support someone else. And that brings me to the next topic. I thought it would be really, really nice to take a moment and go through a little soft exercise if you are ready for it, if you're ready to join. And this is totally for everyone, like individual basis, it's this part. You can feel free to share about it, which I think will be powerful to share um, what you see in this next exercise. So if you are ready to or open to, I invite you to close your eyes for a little bit or for long enough to get into a feeling of what it is that you would love your business to feel like. And breathe in deeply. Gently with your whole body, your whole being. What does my business want to feel like? Breathe in. And breathe out gently. And allow yourself to feel that feeling. The feeling that your business, the entity of your business, wants to share with you. Wants to welcome you into feeling that it's not just a vision, but it is a feeling that is allowed to be expressed here, now. Take a breath and let it out slowly. Thank you. It's a pleasure working together. So, okay, everyone who has joined that little soft exercise. You get back fully into your body and allow and welcome and receive all of what is coming to be, all of the beautiful things, experiences, connections that all have to do with your business and more to be here. That was lovely. Oh, my next little note idea is well, what I wrote down was how do you want it to feel? But I would say that was a part of the exercise that we just did together is I've heard an idea of our business, the business we are creating, the businesses that we are creating. They are in a way an entity of themselves, right? But we are also working together then with this business entity, energy. So because we are also an active participant in this little system, ourselves, our business, we can also tap into how it is that we want our business to feel. Because that's what we wish to have and to create as part of our experience here. So maybe it could also still be relevant. How do you want your business to feel? How do you want it to feel for yourself? And tapping into also what we most wish for our business, the entity, the energy of our business. That was nice. Oh, my very final little note that I have on my list for today, for today's chat, is what do we do when we have something that we're trying to create, that we are creating, that we have created, and no one is showing up? I thought, because it's not my first time, um, being in the online space and trying different things out. It's not my first time experiencing not yet getting a response from the audience, not yet um, receiving, in a way, signs of interest from the audience, right? But what do we do? Do we stop? So we could take it as, okay, this may be a sign that in this particular way that I'm trying to do it, is not working out, which can get us to reflect and start to rethink about how it is that we are putting our information, let's say, out there. Or we keep on as if there were 500. Okay, let's go with as if there were 300 members of our audience of our audience watching us or responding to us, what it is that we're putting out there, or showing wonderful, appreciative, excited interest in what it is that we are sharing. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing as our community is growing, because this is just the beginning. So I decided I will continue. I might be here on camera on my own for the time being, but really I'm not, because I'm going to continue showing up every week at this same time, on this same day, at this same time. And this is going to stay in the library. This is going to be available for others who may join later to watch and hopefully feel inspired from. So I am creating, in this case, I am creating my library. I have decided to continue doing what it is that I feel for the moment is the best thing to do. And I will kind of let it, like I had a whole bunch of little pieces of paper. Here's the first little piece of paper. Here's the second one. Here's the third one, fourth, blah, blah, blah. And when someone comes in later, they're not just going to see that first little piece of paper, they're going to see 10 pieces of paper, and they're going to be like, hey, wow, there's a little library here of information. I just found this person, but they started like 6 months ago. Oh, and look at all of this relevant, important, cool stuff that they have in their library. This is all very helpful. This is helpful. This is helpful too. So that will be there. We can continue or reflect. Continue what we're doing or reflect. In the in-between time, we can also improve, make those tweaks. We have time to make those improvements that maybe it comes to you on, I don't know, the third week that you try or that you're starting your business, or 3 weeks just from now. Maybe you've been in the midst of creating your business or doing your business, working with your business for the past year or more. And that's okay. We can always learn. We can always, no matter where we are on the journey, on this journey, we always have a chance, I believe, to learn from something, learn from somewhere, learn from someone. And I think as long as we are still alive, that opportunity always exists. We're in the middle of a coffee chat, and I think I've had like one sip. Also, my idea is also that you do see my coffee mugs. I did try to order or get cute coffee mugs. So if you have a cute coffee mug, share it, please, below. Yeah. I just realized I really appreciate coffee mugs, cute coffee mugs, unique coffee mugs, and socks. That's very random, but it's all kind of like the same. Somehow, for me, the same. Let's see, anything else on my notes? No. Those were all of my notes for today. That was perfect. I really enjoyed this conversation, this chat today. Today, the 30th of April, but that doesn't matter because it doesn't matter when you watch this. If you feel inspired at all by these chats, wonderful. If you don't, fabulous, because that will give you, you know, the sign of, is this for me? Is this not for me? I will resonate, obviously, as we all will resonate with the people who are meant to be here or where you are in what you're doing, what you're experiencing, what you're creating. And that's okay. So this is a part of us being our authentic self. So I will remain and am always on a journey of integrating my authentic self, also in my business, especially in my life. And I'm okay with it now. I used to not be okay with it. I'm okay with, some people will be okay with how I am. Some people will not be. Before, I used to be very self-aware, self-conscious of not being too much, not being too hyper in those moments where I was very, very excited, showing my joy, like in faces. My face is can be very expressive. My hands like to move around as well in my form of communicating what it is that I am feeling to help express it. It's okay if us being in our authenticity means that some people, go off to the side. That's all right. Because us being in our authenticity in our lives and in our business is going to bring in the best people. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you feel about any of the topics I talked about today. Just write it in the discussion down below in our community tab, our community little thing there section. There's discussions there. you can start discussions yourselves in the community. This is our space. This is our space for heart-led entrepreneurs. For those of us who maybe used to be or still are considered sensitives, who just want to do their thing, their own version in business of helping this world be a better place. So much love to everyone, and we will see each other next week. Bye.